everybody. It's been a while. So I'm going to be looking at week 10 discussion blog, looking at this question here. So um, the first one here describing listening in testing listening in my teaching context. Like some others have posted, I don't do formal listening tests that often. Often it's done informally. However, for examples, to give some examples of one type of listening test that I do, but I use it more for diagnostic reasons than actually for creating a score and for placement. It's not regarding for placement, it's just for my own personal assessment, and that is dictation. I do dictation every now and then with my young learners. At our school, we focus heavily on the textbook we use is the Finding Out series, and it starts off on Finding Out 1, which focuses on phonics, heavily on phonics. And a part of that is being able to understand the sounds of each letter and be able to essentially start blending vowels and consonants together to make three-letter words, and then it starts building. But for example, I could dictate, if it's a very low level, I could dictate three-letter words or simple phonetic words. And what I mean by simple phonetic words, I'm not talking about like ones where there's double letter vowel sounds like E tree, for example, or E peach. Simple phonics would be like tent or fox or bed, for example. And so I actually, when I did the reading this week's reading, and I was looking at that, and they were talking about partial dictation right here. For me, in my situation, I felt that I understood what Hughes was talking about regarding partial dictation, and also but he also talks about scoring in this chapter as well, that because the focus is on listening, spelling shouldn't be measured as part of listening per se. If as long as they get the word correct, in a sense that they understand the context, then that's testing listening. However, in my situation, with phonics being such focus, I think that for listening, that spelling is very important. When I do, and I don't do partial dictation, I will do full dictation with my young learners with phonic words. It's doing this again. And so I could see where in a different context, that I do agree with Hughes, but in the context where I'm looking at phonics, I believe that dictation and using dictation and spelling is very, very important in that. So they could differentiate between sounds, from and A and U, etc. So I'm not going to continue too much on that. As far as the second portion, how might I improve this? Well, I would say that given my focus on phonics at our school, especially for young learners, I kind of forgot about the point that he made, that yes, spelling is not, let's say if I'm looking at intermediate learners or adults or adolescents, spelling should not be seen as as important um, compared to when I'm looking at my young learners. And that when scoring, if I regarding listening, that spelling should not be a major concern. Also, another test that we do once a year at our school is the JAPEC or JPEG, depending on how you pronounce it. It's a test, it's a standardized test for children, and it's primarily composed of a listening portion and interview portion. And the listening portion actually does quite a bit of what Hughes says here. It's all multiple choice for the listening portion, and the answers are fairly simple, often using pictures where it'll be A, B, C, or D, and the student has to put they have to do a circle around beneath which picture is correct. So let's say it's a conversation between two people, and they said, "Oh, I want the big apple," and then there's four pictures, and there's one small apple, one big apple, and then there's maybe a banana and a peach or something. Then they have to choose that. So they do multiple choice, and I think they do a fairly good job on that test regarding that. It's again for children. So that's a little bit of my context for answering this question. Thank you guys so much. I'll add some links if you want to look at JAPEC or finding out book I was talking about. So, take care.